Hi, everyone. I'm Laura Odegaard, Senior Project Manager for the City of Austin's Art in Public Places program. Welcome to your very first virtual selection process orientation. The City of Austin and the Cultural Arts Division appreciate your time in participating in this Art in Public Places selection process. You are instrumental in enriching Austin's public art collection and showcasing the talents of our artistic community. Before you begin reviewing applications, however, you must go through this AIPP selection process orientation and then an overview of your specific assignment. Thank you ahead of time for your attention and your time, and please feel free to contact us if you have any questions along the way. So to start, let's talk briefly about the Art in Public Places program, or AIPP for short. AIPP has commissioned artworks that range from murals to bronze sculptures, from architectural detailing to streetscapes, from placemaking icons to master plans. And we also serve as the first point of contact for the community to propose artwork donations and loans that will be on city property. In 2019 alone, AIPP staff managed over 80 commissions, donations, repairs that were valued at over $7.4 million. We engaged with over 38 stakeholder groups and worked with 20 different city departments. A little history about AIPP. The City of Austin was actually the first municipality in Texas to make a commitment to include works of art in construction projects when it established the Art in Public Places program in 1985. The program was brought forward by a citizens' initiative when it first began and allocated 1% of construction budgets to commission or purchase works of art for public sites. With community support, the ordinance was amended in October of 2002 to increase the allocation to 2%. The amendment also included streetscapes as an eligible project and removed the cap for allocations. These changes allowed for greater visibility of art in the urban environment as Austin continued to grow. The AIPP program follows specific guidelines. You were given a copy of these in the email for your review. These goals ensure that the program stays on target with the intent of the ordinance. Additionally, we are committed to leading with a racial equity lens. Our equity framework is multi-pronged and focuses on normalizing, organizing, and operationalizing race-forward efforts. The city's goal is for race to no longer be a predictor of quality of life outcomes, and you can see some of the initiatives that we're undergoing to address this. The City of Austin as a whole is working toward more equitable processes. It's AIPP's goal that all citizens have a right to cultural expression through viewing, experiencing, and creating artwork, as well as being part of the decision-making process. We are a work in progress in ensuring that our program is and remains true to that goal. AIPP is making every effort to comprise current selection panels and finalist pools for AIPP commissions with representatives from a variety of historically underrepresented communities to better reflect the diversity of Austin. AIPP is guided by 2 citizen advisory groups to ensure accountability and the integrity of the program. The Arts Commission is an 11-member group appointed by either a city council member or the mayor, and does not have to have expertise in the arts, but does have to have a willingness to serve and be accountable for the use of public funds. On the other hand, the AIPP panel is a 7-member subset of the Arts Commission and must be comprised of visual arts professionals. For each project, a 3 or 5-member jury is convened to recommend artists and alternatives. Each jury must be comprised of an art and design professional, and a juror may only serve once in a 2-year period. As laid out in the AIPP guidelines, project advisors help guide the jury to ensure a fair and impartial recommendation for the project. Jurors are expected to thoughtfully and thoroughly review applications, consider project goals when making recommendations, and be available to interview finalists should that part of the process be necessary. Jurors are encouraged to also attend the AIPP panel and Arts Commission meetings to provide support for the selection process and recommendations presented by staff. The jury must take into consideration the selection criteria when recommending an artist and alternative for the project. Each application is individually evaluated as it relates to the project goals and the goals of the AIPP program. With any artist selection, please keep in mind the goals of the AIPP program, high aesthetic standards, the artist's capability to do the project-specific public art intent and goals, and a commitment to equity. The jurors are asked to respect the code of conduct while evaluating each individual application. A high ethical standard is upheld during the evaluation process by staff, project advisors, and jurors. Any conflict of interest must be disclosed by the juror. If there is a conflict, the juror must recuse themselves from voting on that application. And you each received this form to disclose any conflicts that you might have. The selection meetings are confidential and follow all equal opportunity guidelines. At the end of each selection process, jurors are required to fill out and sign a ballot to officially record their vote. Jurors are required to keep their recommendations confidential and not discuss or disclose the contents of the meeting. The recommended artists and alternatives are made public record only once they are presented to the AIPP panel. Art in public places is greatly appreciative to the attention and professionalism jurors invest in the public art process. Without this participation from people like you that are art and design professionals, our process and our jobs wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much.